We are out here underneath the tree, interrupting a very
apparently a picnic that's happening.
Wonderful. Never mind. We'll keep our voices down.
Right.
It still might be a little bit chilly in some parts of the country. We know that, but those glorious spring and summer picnics are right around the corner. I promise you of that. And teaming up to help us get ready for those and do it in style and really make a statement when you do it is Maria and Ken.
Just back from the Players Conference.
Yes. How was it?
We had a great time. So Players Conference and Expo was this amazing conference for creators down in Del Mar Fairgrounds in San Diego. And you can see in this picture, that was our booth. So there's all these booths around this big convention center where we made flower crowns and some felt flowers that we put onto bags and got to meet so many other creators out there. It was a really fun experience.
I think the big thing though was the booths were great, but they have classes both days. There's a full, every hour there's another class. Calligraphy, flower arranging, dressing. Maria did one on Instagrammable food. I did one on the principles behind creating mantelscapes and tablescapes. It was great.
Yes, I got to have a mic taped to my face. It was a very important moment for me.
Well, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say we were so inspired by being around those creators that, you know what, we made you this lovely picnic scape, if you will.
This
I like
is beautiful.
to inspire our viewers
enjoy.
to get ready for the warm weather.
Enjoy yourself, Larissa. Let's start with the blanket because I love what this is made out of, and I love how beautiful it is.
And not only is it beautiful, it's very fun to make. So this is sort of that shibori type of feel, but we made it very elegant. As you can see, it has that indigo color that's so luxurious, and then the little flower baskets along the corners to keep
You
the
got to
blanket
hold it. I was
down.
going to say, you have to hold
But Ken's basket trumps it.
Okay.
And I think the important thing here to create these sort of things is not only to have the beautiful things, but you want to bring the indoors outdoors. So beautiful pillows, as Marie said, the flowers to hold down the corners. Like go that extra effort to make picnic more than just some Ziploc bags and a blanket.
Tell us about the beautiful blanket.
Yeah, let's do
So well, I want to say first on top of the blanket, just to talk briefly, the picnic basket that I have here, I really just put in some jars and covered and put flowers in them, and then the blanket that Debbie's so excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys. I got started earlier on this. So we have a big bucket you need for this, and just load it up with some water, about 4 gallons of water, and then you want it, for this one in particular, depending on what dye you use, you want to follow the directions of the box, because everyone could be different. So this one was a real science experiment. We'll talk more about what I used for the color, and then you want to cover it and let it set for about an hour. So then when it's ready, make sure you're using gloves and take the top off and stir it up with the big dowel is what I used, and then I'm going to show you some fun ways to fold, but this is just my material here that I dipped in, and you can see it is not blue, it is green, which is a really fun thing. So so this is actually called indigo dye, not because of the color, because of what it actually is. This is sort of historically what people used to do for jeans and things like that. This is how it started. And then, you know, kind of in the 70s was a whole like tie-dye type deal. But this is, instead of using like the chemical dyes that you normally think of where you squirt a bottle, this is a real science experiment. And so what I want to show you is, so before it turns, I'm going to show you the green turning to blue. But some folding techniques. So you can see here, this is the one we have as our blanket down. So this is the more square, and then this is the more triangular one.
Which one do you like, Orly?
The triangle one.
And that's the one you guys are sitting on. So I'm just going to show you on like a smaller scale. These are napkins, but you can do the same process on a larger scale. So the thing you want to make sure, this is a natural fiber, 100% cotton. Otherwise, it will not take the color.
So
I folded it in half, and then I accordion it like so, and then after I accordion one way, I accordion the other way.
And by the way, what they're sitting on is just 100% cotton sheet.
It's 100% cotton sheet.
Just a bed sheet.
Exactly, it's a bed sheet.
So this is a mini version of that.
A mini version of that, and then I do the rubber bands around it. So what we have over here is, you can see the same thing, but it's just
like a little
triangle, the same exact thing. And then what I'm going to do is actually put it into the dye. So the thing that's cool about this dye in particular is that with this indigo dye, it actually is green, and then it as it oxidizes, it turns blue. So then I put rubber bands one way and then the other. And this was actually a really fun science experiment for me to do with my son. He was watching me do this. And it was kind of a cool way to teach him about, you know, science, if you will.
Sure.
And so make sure you're wearing gloves so your nails don't turn blue like mine. And I'm going to get started on this.
Well, first they'll be green, then they'll turn blue.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So then I'm going to dip as Ken DIYs.
All right, Ken, what do you have? Let's do the basket.
So for the drawstring basket, it's very simple. You can turn any basket into sort of this nice sort of old school canvas basket cover. What you're going to do is take your standard basket, get a cloth tape and measure your perimeter, your circumference, and add about an inch.
Okay.
So this is 47, so I cut a length of fabric 48 inches. For the width, measure the width of your basket at the narrowest point and cut that the same. So this is going to be 11 by 48.
Okay.
Then all you're going to do is very simple. Do a seam along one edge. This is so you'll have a nice drawstring hole. Do that along both edges. And then for the top, because you want it to look nice, do a double. Fold it over. Do yourself a favor. Iron it before you sew it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Fold it there. Fold it again. Seam it there. So you're going to get this sort of nice hemmed on both sides. And then also hem it along the bottom.
Okay.
But the trick is along the bottom, you want it to wrap in the opposite direction as the top. So the top, I hemmed this way. The bottom, you want to hem this way. Then all you're going to do, put it together, right sides together, and hem that there, and you're going to get a nice tube. Now, before I stitch that on my basket, I'm going to show you how I did the drawstring rope. Get your rope or ribbon. What I did was tie a piece of baling wire to the end, and you're going to fray that to get your sort of like rope ribbon. So get that all set to go. Then you're just going to get your basket, get fishing line instead of thread.
Why?
Because you don't want to see it. And what you're going to do, you're going to put this, put your right side out, and then all you're going to do is stitch. If you can see here, you're going to actually go through your basket. If you can see that there.
That's really cool.
You'll go out.
How cool is that?
And then you'll go back in, and you'll never see it because you're using
Oh, that's neat.
The fishing line.
I thought it was a
fishing
whole
line.
Yeah.
So did I.
I was just looking at this here. Like, look the.
I thought it was glued.
No, because you're going to be opening it and tugging on it. You don't want to glue it. You want to actually stitch it. You'll never see that.
That's amazing.
And you could cut it out and wash
Ken.
it if you needed to, if it was dirty or something like
exactly.
that. You know.
That's well
So,
done,
Maria,
Ken. All right,
while
let's
I'm
see if we
stitching-
oxidized.
So look, right now,
Oh my gosh, I love it.
you can see
Look
the
at it.
green. And as it oxidizes, you can see some of it's blue, some of it's green. And that will turn to that indigo blue color.
That's
wonderful.
beautiful.
Isn't that so fun?
How long does it take to turn blue?
Oh my gosh, just in a matter of like 10 minutes.
And then another question, how long does it take to get that dye off your fingers?
Yeah,
Right.
about that. So rinse these thoroughly actually before you take the rubber bands off, and then you can wash it like any other.
Wonderful.
Exactly. That's awesome.